welcome to my channel where we talk all things plant-based, holistic health and wellness. My name is Lauren. I have a bachelor's degree in nutrition and 7 years of living a whole food plant-based lifestyle under my belt. And here on this channel, you will find everything from whole food plant-based recipes to healthy lifestyle living videos to travel vlogs. And today we are talking a little bit about two things that are awesome: sustainability and fashion. So I'm super excited for this video. If you want to see more from me, plant-based recipes, holistic living, healthy lifestyle, travel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video and you will never miss an upload. So you can probably guess by the subject of this video, today we are talking about Nuuly. I'm going to do a review about Nuuly Rent. So a little context about this video and why I'm making this video and how I even found Nuuly and why I wanted to try it. I love travel. It is one of my top values in life. It's something that I completely kind of changed my life around in the past 6 years to make sure that I could travel and it would have a big place in my life. And along with travel, I have this whole thing that I do with these trips before the trips, just romanticizing the trips. I don't know if you've seen this trend on TikTok or Instagram about romanticizing your life, but I know that I do that. I do that especially with travel, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think we get to decide the way we want to live life and how we want to do it. And as soon as kind of a destination is planned, if I'm going with my boyfriend or something and we book the tickets, I start dreaming about the trip. I start envisioning scenarios around the trip. I start thinking, what we might do, where we might be, just all these situations. I start planning the trip. I go on Instagram, I'm looking at places to go, and along with this kind of romanticizing it, a big part of that is who I am in that moment on the trip. I've loved fashion for a very long time. Actually, my first year of college was actually at the Fashion Institute. I'm a fashion lover and have been for a long time. More recently, since I've gone vegan, it's about vegan fashion and finding cruelty-free fashion, but it's something I love. It's a way that I love to express the way I'm feeling that day and just express myself. So it's a part of going on trips that I love. I love kind of planning outfits and packing for not actually packing, but just kind of dressing up and feeling and looking my best on trips, because so much of my life I spend a lot of time at my laptop working, and sometimes, maybe that's at home and I'm in sweats or whatever, but I'm not really dressing up. So travel, the way I think about it, is a time where I get to just have fun, and so much of that is kind of the way I'm expressing myself. I know everyone is different. I know, I look at my boyfriend, he wants just the right amount of clothes to wear for the trip. It's let's say 6 t-shirts, 2 shorts, call it a day. He's ready for the trip, he's packed. That is not me at all. I want to create these scenarios. I want to have outfits. I want to get dressed up. So it's something I'm thinking about as I'm packing for the trip. And something that I used to do a lot before trips is shop. But more recently, in the past couple years, I have really been being very thoughtful with where I am placing my dollars these days, and it's either going for the travel, for the healthy food that I'm buying, or it's going back into my business. So I haven't really been allocating tons of disposable income to shopping, but I still wanted to create the look. We recently went to Paris, and I was thinking before this trip, I had this vision for the Paris trip about kind of what I wanted to wear and how I wanted to feel on this trip. But since I'm not spending money right now really on shopping, I was kind of thinking, well, how else could I do this? And that is how I bumped into Nuuly. So I basically saw a video on TikTok of someone who had rented from Nuuly super cute clothes, and I started investigating this and looking into it. And I went to their website and I looked at the kind of clothes they have to rent. I went to their FAQ page to break down, kind of see how it works. And the system seemed pretty easy, and also that I could cancel or stop at any time, but I could basically rent 6 items for 88 bucks, and then also they have discount codes. I have a discount too, which I'm gonna link below if you decide to try this. I decided to take the plunge. I picked out 6 things that I really like for this Paris trip, and I did my first Nuuly rental. And I thought if nothing else, this might be a very interesting YouTube video. I know there's different companies that you can rent from. I've heard about Rent the Runway. I've just never tried this myself. And I guess I would think before that this doesn't really make sense. You could just buy one piece of clothing instead of renting it and then not having anything. But I think it's about what is important to you and what you're trying to do with the clothing and if it makes you happy. And I don't know, just for me, I know that I wanted to kind of try new looks and try new things and get dressed up for this trip to Paris. So that's why I decided to try it. And also, I think it makes sense if you do want to get one good quality piece of clothing, but if you're thinking, I'll go get like 5 looks at a place like Forever 21 or maybe H&M or something, I can get like 5 things for $100, the same cost of renting something. Then we're talking about fast fashion and how those things usually don't last as long. I've gone the route before where I wanted different outfits, I wanted different things, and I've gone to a place like Forever 21, I've gotten a bunch of stuff, and then that stuff kind of does fall apart over time, or just it's not made with a lot of quality. So I've really tried to not purchase things that I'm not gonna have for a long time anymore. But also, I'm not really in a place right now where I'm allocating a bunch to shopping, so this rental thing was a great idea. I thought that I could kind of get things to wear on vacation and then just send it back. So first off, something to know about Nuuly specifically is they're actually an Urbn company. So Urban Outfitters, Anthropologie, Free People. I'm not sure exactly. I think this is a really smart idea that they're doing this because a lot of their pieces, or maybe all their pieces, I guess not all, I'm not sure, are coming from Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie and Free People. There's so much variety on the platform. That was something that I was really excited about when I first went to check out what they actually have. There's so many options and so much variety. So after I kind of checked out, you know, is there clothes that I want to rent? And the answer to that was definitely yes. Then I went to check out reviews just on the business. I know that if I had an issue or something, I want to make sure they had great customer service, or if there was a problem. And I also just wanted to know that I could cancel after 1 month and wouldn't be locked into anything. The 2 things I found, their reviews are great, and their customer service seems to be pretty great too, because I reached out with a couple questions and they responded right away. And then after I had rented, I had questions about, you know, can you take the tags off? They responded right away and said, take the tags off. I'll link Nuuly below, and that is with a discount code for $10 off your first month, so you can check that out. Okay, so how this actually works. Nuuly is $88 a month to rent 6 items. So basically, the day you sign up for this, that is your Nuuly rental day. Let's say my date is on the 24th. That's when I signed up. So on the 24th, I'm charged $88. I had the discount code when I first signed up for that first month. So when I rented, it was a little bit of a discount from $88, but I could pick out my 6 items then, and that shipped right away. Then after I use the items and wear the items, I simply return it in the box they send it in, which I will show you here. So the cost is $88 a month to rent 6 items. In the 6 items, they can literally be anything you want. You can rent 6 pairs of jeans, 6 dresses, 2 pair of jeans and 4 dresses, tops, whatever they have on the site, you can rent 6 pieces. If there's a matching set, that counts as 2 pieces. I went with a lot of dresses for Paris for this reason, because it was like I could get 6 looks versus if I went with the set, I'd be getting less than that. So it's 6 pieces of clothing are included for that $88. They do have option to rent, I think, 2 more each month, and I don't know if that's a $15 upcharge. I'm not sure on that, but you can add a few more. They have a lot of brands on their site. It's actually super fun to browse their site. So there's a lot of options and there's a lot of different styles. It's, you know, I think from all the different arms of the Urbn business. The biggest thing I noticed with this first rental was that I didn't even realize this. I'm a huge price shopper, which means when I'm shopping, I'm looking at price and I'm usually going for the best value. And the cool thing about renting is I didn't look at price at all, and I could literally just zone in on the actual clothing and if I wanted to try it or not, and it was not about price at all. Because whether you have a $400 dress or a $40 dress, it's all the same. It counts as one item. So that was really cool. I was literally just visually looking at the clothing, looking for things I wanted to try versus, this is too expensive, or I don't know, this might be not great because the price is so low. I wasn't doing that at all. I was literally just looking at what the clothes actually look like. It helped me realize what I'm actually drawn to because I wasn't looking at prices. The thing with renting is I got like very experimental. I got dresses that I definitely wouldn't normally buy, colors and styles that I would never normally buy. Like I got a completely mesh dress with all these insane like designs on. and I thought this would be fun. I'll try it, see how I feel, and then I, obviously send it back. So it was a really fun way to experiment with different styles. Another cool thing about Nuuly is that you actually have the opportunity to buy things you love, so I thought that was really cool. I did get one pair of a Goldie jeans that I love so much that I was actually considering buying them. I decided not to, but they ship very quickly. Now, actually, I came up to Virginia and I had my Nuuly shipped here, but it literally came within 2 days. So they do ship really fast. And the way they ship is also very cool, and they do this in a super sustainable way. It's not in a cardboard box that you're gonna throw away with tissue paper that you're gonna throw away. They actually have this package that your rentals come in wrapped up. You get them out, they're ready to wear, they've been laundered, and then when you're finished with the rental and you're gonna send it back, you just put it back in the same package. They have your return label within the package. You just paste that on top and it is ready to ship. And like I said, when your Nuuly arrives, everything is ready to wear, which that's super easy because after you wear it, you also just send it back when it's dirty, and they launder everything within their facility. So that's great because you're saving on dry cleaning, and you also don't have to worry about damages. If you get a stain on something or rips or tears, they won't charge you for any damages. So I thought that was nice. I did rent like a satiny kind of pink slip dress, and I think just dropped water on it, and that stayed on the dress. So I was a little nervous about that, but I reached out and they said, don't worry about that at all. Just send it back and they launder everything. So shipping is also free each month, so you're not paying for that. I know it can kind of be confusing with the rental date and when you can get your new stuff. Right now, my rental date is on the 24th. I'm late on returning this, but I wanted to shoot some YouTube videos with these outfits. I'm also shooting some Instagram and TikToks with these outfits, so I'm gonna be a couple days late returning the Nuuly, and that's fine. I just can't order my new things for next month until I return and ship out the old things. So in order to get your new rental items, you have to hit that subscription date, and then you also have to send out your rented items from the previous month. You can actually move your subscription date forward. So I know I have a trip coming up in the fall that I think I definitely want to do rentals for, and I was looking into this, and I can actually move up my subscription date. So my date is the 24th, and I actually leave for that trip on the 24th, so it would be hard to get rentals then. So I can actually move that up. I would just be charged then at the date that I asked to move that up. And I would have to make sure I have the previous month rentals back when I decide to move that date up. Also, this is very important. You can cancel or pause your subscription at any time. So I think for myself, I'm loving Nuuly in general, and I definitely want to do this, but I'm going to probably pause it if I'm not doing anything that month. There are blocks of my year this year that I know I'm just going to be kind of heads down working, not going on trips, not really doing much. So let's say you are going on a trip next month and you want to rent things, so you get Nuuly, you rent things, and then you're going to be kind of just at home for 2 months or something, and you don't really want to rent anything. You can actually pause your subscription for those 2 months and then pick it back up when you want to rent again, or you can cancel your subscription altogether. So I thought it would be fun to show you my Nuuly rentals from this month. Also, let me know below. I was kind of thinking this would be fun to do a series, I don't know, on YouTube, maybe on YouTube or maybe on Instagram or TikTok, to just do like a monthly, here's what I rented this month. I know I'm like interested in seeing other people's, so I thought we would do a little fashion check. The first dress I rented was this really pretty kind of back detailed dress, and then I also got this crop top, which I just thought would be so cute with jeans. This dress did not work. It was way too big. Maybe I could belt it, but I didn't really get to wear this. I loved this pink button-down dress. It was just kind of classic, and the color is so bright. And then of course the strawberry dress. This was like, let's be honest, for photos. And this jumpsuit was really fun to wear working. It was fun. So that is pretty much how to use Nuuly. My review is that I really, really like it, and I'm really excited about it, especially for right now, this phase in my life where I'm not really allocating a lot of funds to shopping. It is a way for me to kind of just still really enjoy and have fun with fashion. You know, it is renting, so you could be putting the $88 toward just one piece of clothing that you're going to have. So think about that if it makes sense for you. I think this could be really cool for content creators. I know that if I'm making videos, if I'm doing TikToks or Instagrams, I like to have the video be as visually interesting as possible. Now I know I'm just doing a sit down video, but especially for travel vlogs or even for the sit downs, Fashion, I think, is part of it. What I'm wearing, it can make the video more interesting if it's different. So it's something I find value in, because with renting 6 pieces, I can make 6 different pieces of content with these different items. So I do think it's really a cool idea too for content creators. My absolute top tip is to use their My Closet feature. When you're scrolling through the website, on each item listing, you'll notice there's a little hanger icon at the top. And if you click that hanger icon, if you're signed in and you have an account, and you click that hanger icon, you can actually save that to your closet. I highly, highly recommend using this feature because it is a place for you to save the things you like. And that way, when you hit your subscription date, when it's time for you to pick your rentals, you're not spending a lot of time looking through all of their options. I know that like when I picked my first rental, I was like, I want to see all the options. And I was on the site for so long figuring out what I wanted to rent, just because like I wanted to see all the options. So I've started using this My Closet feature, and it's awesome. If there's ever like, it's a Friday night and watching a TV show and I feel like browsing clothes online now or something, I actually go to Nuuly and see what new stuff they have in and save anything I like to my closet. And then when my rental date hits, I have the stuff saved already and I can see if it's available. Because when your rental date hits, maybe not everything is available because other people have it rented, but having everything kind of saved in your account means that you can, as soon as you're ready to rent, you can kind of go in and see what's available, pick your 6 things, and your box will be sent out. And you don't have to waste any time then trying to figure out what you want to rent. So definitely use the My Closet feature. My second tip for using Nuuly is to experiment. Definitely experiment. This is such a fun way to try out different things that maybe you would never shop for or you would never purchase or buy. This dress is a great example. I would literally probably never ever buy this dress because I would really never wear it other than for like a video or a photo or something. So I thought this would be a really fun thing to wear. I want to do a little like strawberry plant-based photo shoot in it, and that's why I got it, but I would never buy this. So have fun with the things you are renting. Think about what you are going to be doing that month. If you're creating content, or if you have a wedding to go to, if you're going on a trip, think about what you have coming up that month and what you kind of want to wear and the vibe you want to get, and then pick your rental items based on that. So in general, I definitely recommend Nuuly. I'm really enjoying the service. I definitely wanted to make a video about this because I was new to this and I haven't heard much about it, so I thought it might be interesting. It's also pretty sustainable. You're renting clothes rather than, like I mentioned with fast fashion, buying things and then not wearing them again or getting rid of them. So that's really cool. And the way they do things in the company are sustainable. I love the way they ship and they package the items. I also really like the fact that I'm not cleaning things after. That's actually really nice. And it's just a great way to experiment with fashion and try new things. So that is our Nuuly rent fashion breakdown. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you're interested in checking out what I'm renting from Nuuly, I would say definitely follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I'll be putting those videos there. And if you want to see more plant-based, holistic health and wellness and travel videos from me, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upload. I will see you again soon. Bye!